You Don't Know Ball, episode 11. Welcome back, guys, to another episode. We are back with just the duo, no guests today. We're keeping it OG, talking some NFL mainly. We had an interesting week in the NFL this past coming week, and of course, we got some intriguing games going on this week. But we're going to kick it off. There's some pretty wild topics going on, okay? First is the Jets. Okay, Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, just came out and was talking to reporters, basically calling Fields out. Now, I'm not disagreeing with Woody Johnson. I think that him being blatant like he was, saying how Fields, if they had a quarterback that can actually pass, they'd be winning games. And he was basically deflecting from Aaron Glenn at the head coach. I don't know what your initial reaction was from that, Jack, but for me, it's like, okay, I agree with Woody Johnson. Justin Fields has been ass, but how does it look? Because now they announced that they're starting Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor threw 2 picks. I know he threw 120 yards, which is double what Fields has really done in the past couple weeks. But is it really a Fields issue, or what is Woody Johnson just trying to deflect from the main problem? Because they're the ones that brought him in. Like, they're the ones that chose Fields is going to be the guy based on what they saw from the past years. I don't know what they were saw. Everyone knew that Fields coming in wasn't this elite pocket passer. He was a glorified running back. I am a firm believer that if he turned into a Taysom Hill like player, he'd be legit. But he can't read defenses. He can't process the field. He holds the ball too long. Can't push it down. Yeah, he'll pick up garbage stats when he's chucking up to Garrett Wilson, but when he's throwing, when you're asking him to be a drop back passer, not effective. We watched it on the Bears for I don't know how many years, 3-4 years. That's why the Bears got rid of him. Remember, there was this debate about Caleb Williams. Should they go with him or should they trade the pick away so they can keep Fields? I don't know why that was a debate, because people were ripping the Bears' O-line, but no, it was Fields who held the ball too long. That's why he got sacked a lot. And now look at what Caleb Williams is doing. I know it's a completely different situation, but Fields was never this really good quarterback. People will point to the Steelers saying, oh, he went 4-2 with the Steelers. They were playing a cakewalk schedule. Cakewalk. Russell Wilson came in and went, what, like 5-6 games in a row? Yeah, he started shit at the end. But Russell Wilson was the better quarterback that year. 100%. And everyone has this agenda in their heads just because Justin Fields was flashy. First of all, I love Justin Fields. I was a Justin Fields fan. I love him as a person. I think he's a very classy guy. I loved him at Ohio State. I thought he was an amazing college quarterback. But at the NFL level, he is not an elite passer, and we need to get this narrative out of our heads that he is.
Yeah, so I think you're absolutely correct. He wasn't good. Like we talk a lot about these Ohio State quarterbacks. Like Fields wasn't good in Chicago. He wasn't good in Pittsburgh, and he's not good in New York. I think there's stuff that does go behind the scenes though. I do think Tyrod's a similar player. I personally like T-Mobile. I think he gives us an equal. I'm a Jets fan. I think he gives us an equal chance to win to Justin Fields, and I think with that, there's a lot of things that go on with the with this compensated trade that they made. So what it is Fields' draft value depends, or his value, the value in the trade, the fuck the draft pick that they give,
Yeah.
what's it called? The Steelers depends on Fields' performance. So
Okay.
if Fields isn't playing, Fields isn't doing well, they bench Fields, they don't give Steelers as good of a pick. So as good as Fields is playing for the Jets is the better pick. So right now it's a fourth round pick in 2026. If Fields
Okay.
doesn't play the rest of the season, this could be a sixth round pick. And I
Okay.
think I think
Yeah.
there are motives behind the scenes. But yeah, that's what I think is going on with this.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. That makes a ton of sense to me because off the bat, I'm like, do the Jets really think they're going to do a lot better with a 36-year-old Tyrod Taylor behind center?
Yeah.
Like but that makes sense if they don't want to give a better pick. When you look at Tyrod Taylor, he came in last week. He threw 2 interceptions. Now those 2 interceptions were pretty good plays. I mean, J.C. Horn is an elite cornerback, and he made some good plays. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. But if the Jets think that switching to Tyrod Taylor is going to magically boost this offense and give the team morale, they're crazy. There's a lot more issues. How about you talk about the defense being completely abysmal? There's no run game. People are saying Brees Hall needs to get going. Where's he been? Okay, they got Garrett Wilson. Alan Lazard last week had a brutal drop. They got no receivers. Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson might be hurt or he's playing banged up.
Yeah, a little something. He's so good though, man. But like
He's so good.
nothing can save this team. And I think in their defense, Tyrod gives them an equal chance to lose, I guess we'll say, because they can't
Hmm.
fucking win. Tyrod gives them an equal chance in the game as Fields, and with the NFL's compensatory draft formula, like Fields
Hmm.
not playing for the Jets almost helps the Jets because they give the Steelers a worse draft pick in
Yeah,
return.
100%.
So that's why it
And
makes a lot of sense for the Jets. I don't think that like you put any quarterback on this team, they're not a winning football team. So it doesn't matter who's out there on the field. You might as well give the Steelers a worth draft pick. Like they're chalking the season up. Like they don't think
chalking it up.
they should be in trade mode right now. Like if I'm the Jets, I'm putting Brees Hall on the trading block. Hey, come get him. Hey, come
100%.
get him. Right? Like
100%.
a
Because there's teams
team
that want him.
like a team like the Chargers, like they need other pieces. I think Joe Alt going down is like huge for them, like terribly
Yeah.
huge. Like they need an offensive lineman, they need a running back after Amarion Hampton goes down as well.
Yeah. One thing to Garrett Wilson, too, is he reminds I don't know if this is just because they both went to Ohio State, but he reminds me a lot about the Terry McLaurin situation his first couple years in the league. It's a shitty situation. He's a great player. He's that Lambo
No
in the hood meme.
QBs.
That's
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Garrett
No
Wilson right
quarterback
now.
for the bulk of the first half of.
Yeah, 100%. And even when he was playing with Aaron Rodgers, like Rodgers was keen on Devontae Adams in a sense. Like that took away a lot of that. That's why Garrett Wilson was getting frustrated at points in the last year
Mhm.
because he wasn't getting targets. He's a wide receiver one. As he should be.
Oh yeah,
He's so talented. Some of the catches that he's making, even this year, insane. And it's a shame that his talent's going to waste. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade him. To be honest, I know the Jets want to build around some key players, but
yeah,
at this point, I don't know his current contract situation, but I would not be surprised if in the next couple of years, if 1 or 2 years, if things don't get better, Garrett Wilson's on the block. We've seen a lot of these superstar wide receivers do that and get traded.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Garrett Wilson do the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the Jets are at the bottom of the AFC East. They're 0-7. Like,
Hmm.
this is a miserable franchise. This is a miserable football team. This season's over.
Yeah,
This season's
and
absolutely over.
100%. Speaking about trades too, I don't know if you just saw the recent trade rumor that came in this morning. We're shooting this on Tuesday, but apparently the Dallas Cowboys reached out to the Raiders about Maxx Crosby. Off the bat, that would be an amazing move for the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at Jerry Jones loves to get a lot of shit from fans. A lot of people love to hate on him. But if he somehow turned the Micah Parsons trade into getting Kenny Clark, a high draft pick, and Maxx Crosby, that is the definition of a masterclass. The Cowboys have 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years. They got the capital to do it. The Raiders are sure going to take 2 first-round picks for him. And if you're the Cowboys, why wouldn't you? Dak's not getting any younger. You finally got this elite duo wide receiver of Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Pickens is looking
Insane.
phenomenal, and now you got CeeDee Lamb back healthy. This
1A,
offense is
1B.
consistently putting up 40 points. So bringing in Maxx Crosby to a defense that's looked atrocious, and last week against the Commanders, you saw some positive strides. Maybe this defense is turning for the better. I know that there
Yeah.
was Jerry Jones took a little more initiative on the defense. Eberflus's scheme in the first couple weeks was terrible, but now that Jerry Jones is working with it, they're playing a little more man coverage. It's looking a little better. So now you add
Yep.
in an elite pass rusher, which is one of the team's needs. Bro,
What they
this
need.
defense.
Yeah, I think a guy like Maxx Crosby will help those DBs as well. It'll take
Mhm.
some pressure off the secondary. And let's be honest, is Maxx Crosby a huge downgrade from Micah Parsons? Like, not really.
I think he's better. I think he's better.
The way Micah Parsons is playing this season, yes, I think he's better. As a
Mhm.
player, I don't know. Like, I know, I like whatever. They're both amazing. It would be more of a lateral move. And I think the Eagles and the Commanders showing vulnerability late, like this is anyone's division. Man, the Eagles
100%.
haven't looked good. This is anyone's division, and I think Jerry's taking that. I mean, he's like, I gotta go make a move. Like this is it. Like Dak's not getting any younger. Let's go win a division. Let's go make the playoffs. Let's go make a run.
I'm thinking it too from Jerry Jones's perspective. He's not getting any younger. Like Jerry Jones wants to witness a Super Bowl.
He's on the
Like he's
clock.
not getting any younger. He wants to go all in because how many more years does he got it? Okay, no hate on Jerry Jones, but it's true. So at this point of his career, he wants to win a Super Bowl. He's got to make these big splashes. He's got the capital to do it. Now go do it. I don't know if Maxx Crosby is officially on the trade block. Is there any other teams in your opinion though that you can see trading for him? Because I think the Cowboys are the best fit.
I feel like
I mean, you could argue the Bears. I mean, the
I
Bears
was just
are.
about to say, do the Bears like shout out John, Bear Down Blog? Like, are
Mhm.
you guys a contender this year? Like, I know John talked about like this is more of like a 2-3 year project.
Mhm.
Listen, if the Bears are playing winning football, they could use a pass rusher, man. They could really use a pass rusher. Like, who's the last amazing pass rusher that came out of Chicago? Khalil Mack?
Khalil
How
Mack,
fun
yeah.
was that? How fun was that? I think that'd
Dude,
be a cool
that's what
move.
that's the year that they were Super Bowl bound with Matt
I think
Nagy.
that'd
That
be
was
a
the
cool
year.
move. Yeah, like what if like you fuck around, you trade DJ Moore, you push all your chips into Rome and Burden, you start
Mhm.
developing Loveland into like a pass catcher, and then you start putting Komet as blocking tight end. Like all of a sudden you got something there. Because DJ Moore, he's great. He's a great player and he holds a lot of value, a lot of trade value, which helps.
Right.
But at the same time, the Raiders don't want a wide receiver. They're looking to move on from Jacoby Myers. Like that's a weird situation over there. It totally depends what the Raiders want in return. But
Yeah, the Raiders
they're gonna
are
want draft picks, obviously.
the
But
Raiders right now are just it's a complete dumpster
dumpster
fire. They
fire.
invested all of
Yeah.
this money into Geno Smith. It's now like I'm kind of confused. Was this Geno Smith Seattle run a little bit of a fluke? He was always turnover prone, but was the scheme helping him out the way that we're seeing Sam Darnold flourish this year? I know he was. I
Yeah.
know the Vikings thing. I'm not completely bought into Sam Darnold. I think he's in a very friendly situation, but Geno Smith his entire career was ass. He goes to Seattle, is a little productive. Now he's back on the Raiders, ass. So what does that say about the
Right.
Seattle? I think Seattle is just a very friendly place for quarterbacks to play.
Yeah.
And going back to the Raiders point, the Raiders are a complete dumpster fire. Like I don't know what they're going to do. I
Absolutely.
know Kenny Kenny Pickett came in last week to like if you talk about wanting to bench QBs, if you're benching someone like Justin Fields, if this talks about benching someone like Tua, why is Geno Smith not the first name being benched? He leads the league in interceptions. Like,
Yeah, it's a tough
yeah,
situation. I agree with you. It's a tough situation. And I think John Gruden said this. It's so much. It might have been Liam Cohen. It's so much. A quarterback success is so much about its atmosphere. Like you put
100%.
like Sam Darnold, like a awesome coach like Kevin O'Connell. Like Sam Darnold sucked for the Jets, and I love to watch him go play awesome. Daniel Jones sucked for the Giants. Like I think it's so much like these players have always been good.
Yeah.
Like maybe they need to develop under a new coach, a different mind, and it all depends on what kind of quarterback you are. But I think the environment you put a quarterback in is almost more important than their talent or their skill set because all these guys are talented. Like let's be honest, all these guys are talented. All these
Mhm.
guys can go win football games any given day. Like I think Cam Ward, he's so good. Like I'm not
So
ready to give
good.
up on him. This is a one in
No,
six Titans team. Do you know how hard it is to be the number one overall pick and lead your team to like success? Like that team sucks. That's why they had the number one overall pick. Like
exactly.
I think Cam Ward's a great quarterback. Like I think like these quarterbacks, I believe in them developing behind another quarterback. Like Jalen Hurts, for example, develops behind Carson Wentz. It was the worst pick ever, right? He took him in the second round. Now he's awesome. Or
Hmm.
some people think he's a winner. We'll say that.
He's
But
a winner.
yeah, I
Lot
think
of
it's a lot
examples.
about the
It's
environment. I think it's a lot about the environment the quarterbacks put in. I think Geno Smith had a great environment in Seattle, like
yeah,
clearly.
yeah.
But
It's definitely interesting because yeah, all about the environment. You look at someone like Caleb Williams going from Eberflus to Ben Johnson this year. It's night and day. And that just goes to show the culture and to your point, it's about the environment. Um, So that's a good little talk about, those the bad quarterback situations. But one of the topics that I wanted to hit on as well is we're entering the middle point of the season. A lot of teams that we're entering that point where we got a great grasp of how teams are really looking, how they're going to shape up for the rest of the year. AFC and NFC, when we talk about it, who are really the top dogs? Who are the teams to beat in both the AFC and the NFC? I'll give my first take on the NFC, then you can go and we'll talk the AFC. But for the NFC for me, I still think it's the Green Bay Packers. I think that the Green Bay Packers are still the team to beat. I think it runs through them. When I watched last week, Micah Parsons just dominate a game versus the Cardinals like he did. 10 hurries, 3 sacks. Unreal. He single-handedly won the game. He single-handedly won the game for him. And people would be like, oh, well, they almost lost to Jacoby Brissett, backup quarterback for the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett played pretty well. In fact,
yeah,
he played very well against the Colts the week before. It's not like this was some cakewalk. You got a Cardinals team on their backs at home. You got to travel out west. This was a tough game for the Packers. Yet they were relentless. You talk about Jordan Love. He's been one of the best quarterbacks on third down this year. In fourth quarter comes, his stats are completely elevated. You watch the Cardinals game. What do you do on 4th and 2? Dot to Tucker Kraft. The Packers were pulling them off. They were down 3. They could have kicked the field goal, tie the game, go to overtime. He goes on the field. He's like, Matt LaFleur, no. We're staying out here, Fleur. I know. I got this. I got it. 4th and 2 hits Tucker Kraft. That is ballsy call. And that
Yeah.
pays off. That shows the confidence LaFleur has gotten to him. And that just shows to me Jordan Love is a elite quarterback. I don't know why people are acting like he isn't. You got Rex Ryan over here on Get Up ESPN saying that he doesn't trust him in crunch. What game are you watching? Like, we're about to enter Toyotathon. We're about to enter the month of November. We're going to see Jordan Love really turn it on. This is the team to beat in the NFC. And he's doing this without really a lot of his top playmaker is rookie Matthew Golden. He's a good player, but he's not someone that you're really scared of, I would say. He's doing it without the top players. The Packers defense too. Their secondary, I know the last couple weeks they're a little falling off, but I still think they got talent. I still think someone like an Xavier McKinney is balling. I like Evan Williams. I like Nate Hobbs. I know Nate Hobbs is pretty bad, but I think he's still a pretty talented player. Like, I think this Packers team, when we look at the NFC North, they're playing in the toughest division in football. The week 1 W they had against the Lions was huge. They made them look like complete disarray. And look at the Lions now. They're turning it up. The Packers are the team to beat. I don't think there's a team in the NFC that can – there's obviously teams that can threaten them. But when we talk about favorites, it's the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't think Jordan Love is as elite as we think. Like, I was talking about this at practice the other day. Is he a top 15 quarterback in the NFL?
100%. How can you not say he's a top 15? What makes you say that?
I can name 15 quarterbacks better than Jordan Love right now.
Name him.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I'll give you that because he won a Super Bowl. I'll give you that.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I'll give you that too.
Jaden Daniels.
No shot. He is not.
Bro.
Jaden Daniels is not better than Jordan Love. I don't know what world you're living on. Jaden Daniels is not better than Jordan Love.
Bro.
What makes you say that? You look at Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, we watched him versus the Cowboys. The first quarter he played, he was missing balls against the worst. He's hurting. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he's hurt.
Some injuries too. I'm gonna keep going though.
Okay.
I still think Jared Goff's better than Jordan Love.
Talent-wise, no. I think that if you put Jordan Love in the system that the Lions have, he succeeds better than Jared Goff is. Jared Goff is a good quarterback, but when we talk about, it's like the Cam Newton quote that he had a couple years ago: a game manager versus a difference maker. Jordan Love is that difference maker. So this is kind of part of the debate.
He's not a difference maker, man.
100%, bro. He can make throws that the throws that he can make is only a handful of quarterbacks can make. He can make throws that maybe Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, like only those like 5 quarterbacks can make the throws that he makes.
I'm gonna keep going while I have the chance.
You can keep going. Sure.
I'm gonna go Caleb Williams. I'd rather have right now over Jordan Love this season. I'm not even gonna say future. I'm gonna say this season. Quarterback of my team, I'd rather have Caleb Williams because obviously you'd rather have him in the future. I'm gonna go Caleb Williams right now.
I'll give you that. That's a tough one to me, but I'll give you that. That's pretty easy.
So I've got, dude. I think Jaden Daniels is a top 15 quarterback. That's crazy, bro. Last season we had Jaden Daniels as a 4. The 4th.
Jaden Daniels was never a top 5 quarterback. That was just complete hyping up a rookie coming into the league and making a splash. He was never a top 5 quarterback.
And you're right.
Go look at his rookie year.
CJ Stroud's not a top 28 quarterback in the NFL.
Whoa, we're not talking about CJ Stroud. Go look at Jaden Daniels' rookie year deep ball statistics. They are bottom in the league. He was very inaccurate. He was flashy because he can get off script and make some running plays. Jaden Daniels as a passer was never good. He got so. This is. I don't want to.
He had a nice.
We can go all about how the Commanders got lucky
against the Bears. I know that.
yeah. Okay, he did. I'll give you that. He had a nice deep ball. But okay, go on.
I'm gonna keep going. So I've got Hurts. I've got Dak. I've got
4 guys.
Jared Goff, and I've got.
I'll help you out. You got Patrick Mahomes is better than him. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Matthew Stafford. Baker Mayfield too. I'll give you that.
Are you keeping count right now?
So that's 5. You got 8 guys.
8. I've got 8, and then I've got Matthew.
Justin
Stafford.
Herbert's not better than him. Yeah, I said Matthew Stafford.
Oh my God, I understand Justin Herbert can't win the big game. What has Jordan Love done in his career?
What do you mean? What has Jordan Love done? His first year in the league, he won 2 playoff games.
Oh man, dude.
Do you remember when the Dallas Cowboys were?
Drake May is better than Jordan Love.
Nah, Drake May is a good quarterback, not better than Jordan Love. I'm taking Jordan Love this year.
Drake May's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Too early to say that.
I'd still take Rodgers this year over Jordan Love. Like, Rodgers is balling, man. I take Joe Burrow, Lamar, man. I take Daniel Jones.
Saying you take Daniel Jones? No. Daniel Jones is playing good football. Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback easily. Saying he's not top 15 is just complete delusion. Jordan
I
Love is a
had
top 10
10. I
quarterback.
had 10 on you, easy.
It's Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford. I'll give you Jalen Hurts. I'll give you Dak Prescott. 6.
Joe
Honestly,
Burrow,
that's.
Aaron
I don't want to put
Rodgers.
Joe Burrow on there because Joe Burrow is made of glass and he doesn't play.
Oh man, dude,
So who would you really rather
he's
have?
one of the
Would you
best
rather have someone
passers of
sitting
our
on the sidelines?
generation. Joe
Would you
Burrow's
rather?
one of the best passers of our generation.
Let me tell you something. Would you rather have Jordan Love or would you rather have a quarterback that's always standing on the sidelines being a
Bro,
glorified signal caller for Jake
Jordan Love
Browning?
was hurt half of last season.
And he played through it.
No,
He
no.
only missed a handful of games. He played through his injury.
We're gonna move on. This is ridiculous. Jordan Love is not the
Move
truth.
on. Go back
And
to
I
who's your
think
team to beat in the NFC?
My NFC team is the Bucks. I don't care what happened the other night against the Lions. I think that was a fluke game. Do I think Baker is the MVP? No. I don't think he is anymore. He was underthrowing Igbokah. He was overthrowing Igbokah. That was a dumpster fire. He looked awful. Horrible. He didn't show up. Ekbuka's playing through hamstring injuries left and right, giving us all for this team, and he can't hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Ekbuka had 12 targets or something. He caught like 5 balls, and it was all Baker. All Baker.
Yeah.
He's missing Tez Johnson in the end zone. That was a dumpster fire game. I think the Buccaneers turn it around because I think that's a complete team. I think the
Yeah.
Packers are a complete team as well. But I think these three teams are better than the Eagles in the NFC.
100%. I think when you look at the Bucks and their game versus the Lions, it was a tough game. Baker Mayfield had an off night. He wasn't getting a lot of help though. His best, I mean, let's look. Bucky Irving was out, Mike Evans was out, Chris Godwin was out, Jalen McMillan was out.
Yeah.
Like, he was missing a lot of his top weapons. So he was asked to do a lot against, I mean, you talk about the Lions secondary also being thin. So I'll give you that. That was also concerning because it was an even match. Bro, yeah, you look at
now. He stepped up, man.
You look at someone like Nick Whiteside. That's what we said. He was just elevated to the team 10 days ago. He was a UFL product, played at a Division II school, had 15 career snaps coming into Monday night, and he had 3 pass breakups, was pretty locked down on Emeka Ibuka.
Yeah.
Like, give credit to him. Give credit to Dan Campbell, the Lions. Like, as thin as they're being in at least on defense, it's not like last year anymore where the defense is a complete dumpster fire. Like, their depth pieces are stepping up. I don't know if that's got to do anything with their new defensive coordinator or these guys are just more prepared or what, but I'll give credit to them. I mean, being at home yesterday, it was I mean, you look at the line coming in, it was the Bucks or it was the Lions -6. Like, you knew that it was going to be Lions were probably going to roll. I mean, coming off a pretty tough loss against the Chiefs, you knew they were going to roll. It was going to be tough on Baker Mayfield. I'm not worried about Baker Mayfield. I think it was a letdown spot. I think they'll come back. They got to get a little more healthier though.
Yeah,
but I'm not too worried.
What made me feel weird about the Lions is it seemed like the Lions were the obvious play the whole time, but the public was all over the Lions, and that irked me out a little bit. Coming off a loss, there's no way the Lions lose to the Bucks like that. Prime time, no way. But I wanna talk about this Buccaneers depth, like this offense, like Mike Evans, Egbuka, Godwin, right? So when they're hurt, they have Tez Johnson, McMillan, like Sterling Shepard's serviceable. Like they have 6 solid receivers, and two of them are top 15 in the league, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you look at Tez Johnson, like he had some flashy plays for sure, but you watch him at the beginning of the game, he's the reason Mike Evans got hurt because he ran the wrong route. He gave him the concussion. Yeah. So Tez Johnson scores his touchdown and he's talking all this shit. Like, dude, you just gave Mike Evans a concussion by running the wrong route. Yeah. So he's still young. He's a good player, but I can't trust him as being the top receiver on this offense. No way.
Yeah,
I think Chris Godwin.
He's going to be the 3 because Godwin's back. Egbuka's the 1.
They need Godwin to be back.
Yeah.
Ibuka's dealing with his own injury too, isn't he?
Yeah, a little hamstring tweak, but it's nothing crazy. He played through it. He played great for the most part of that game, but yeah, like even Bucky going down. Rashad White's looked amazing. Nothing short of amazing. Like they have 2 solid running backs over there.
Yeah,
and he's been every time his name gets called, like he's been great. So I think that offense just has so many weapons, So
yeah. So we got the Bucks. We got the Bucks and the Packers. I do want to highlight too another team to watch is the 49ers. I mean, look what they did on Sunday night. With all of their injuries that they have, Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, coaching-wise, has their guys ready to go with all the depth pieces. They just lost Fred Warner. Their defense is still flying around. Once they get Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall back, they're gonna be a threat. They're 5-2 right now, leading the division with all these injuries. They're gonna be a team to watch. But I want to move to the AFC. I want to move to the AFC.
Yeah.
Who is your team to beat in the AFC up to this point?
AFC right now, dude, I don't even know if this team's a dark horse anymore. The Patriots. I love the Patriots. I love the Patriots. I don't love Ramondre Stevenson, all the love he's getting from Vrabel. I think we got to use Henderson more. I don't think Henderson's great in pass protection, but with the ball in his hands, open field, there's no other guy on this Patriots team that you'd rather have with the ball in their hand other than Henderson. I don't know why Ramondre is getting the ball so much. I know he had a few runs early this past weekend that were great, so I guess they kept rolling with him. But dude, you gotta give Henderson the ball, and like that, there's a little bias. It's coming from a Henderson fantasy owner, but I
Hmm.
think you gotta give him the rock a little bit more. Obviously, the obvious answers are the Bills. The Chiefs look fantastic. The Colts are awesome. Are you ready to give up on the Ravens?
See, here's the thing. We go to the Patriots. Let's be honest. The Patriots aren't going anywhere.
It's a fun
They got a
team,
good
man.
they got a good defense. They got a good quarterback. It looks special, but they're not going to be contenders this year. Like what? Why are we playing? Why are we playing this narrative in our heads? Okay, it's a young quarterback.
Oh,
Stephon Diggs is their top weapon. I know he's been playing well, but I'm not bought into that. Mike Vrabel, it's a fun story, but they're not beating the Bills. They're not
yeah,
beating the Bills
no.
again.
And I'm not even going to disagree with you there. I think it's a fun story. They were my dark horse coming into this year. I know we talked about it in a previous video. I just love to see the success they're having because I think Drake May is so talented.
He's so
He's
talented.
I think he's a sneaky like rusher, dude. Like he's awesome with the ball in his hand in open field. He can throw it. He's a pass first quarterback that can run and he's very physical. Like it's awesome.
Very physical. Time out for our viewers. I'm gonna go turn the light on for you guys so you can actually see me. All right, there we go, a little better. But yeah, going back to Drake May, when we talk about Travion Henderson, he's actually pretty good in pass pro. I don't know too much about the running back position there. I haven't been watching a lot of the Patriots,
Mhm.
so I can't comment too well on that. But like we said, they're a fun team. Do we really think they're going to win a playoff game? I don't think so. I mean, you look at the playoff standings right now. I think they're the second seed or third seed. So that
Mhm.
was pretty surprised to me. But I think when you look at the AFC, it's still the Chiefs. It's still the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs. You can get the Chiefs right now at Super Bowl plus 600 odds. When you watch them the past 2 weeks, take out that Jaguars pick six, and the Chiefs are looking like the best team in the past 4 weeks. Patrick Mahomes right now is on a whole another level, probably the best we've ever seen him. You can argue Patrick Mahomes is playing the best football of his career right
He
now,
is. He is.
and now they just got Rashi Rice
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, that's
Like,
dangerous.
is there a
He
team that can
is
really beat this? Like,
unreal.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You got the defense is still legit. There were some question marks coming in the first week against the Chargers. Dude, once they settled in, bro, I don't really think there's a team that can beat the Chiefs in the playoffs right now. I don't.
Yeah. I have a question for you now. If you're the Colts, are you making a move to get a more established wide receiver one? Like, is Pittman cutting it? Do you like Alec Pierce? Like, what's the
I'm not
deal over
making a move.
there?
No, no. I think Pittman's more than reliable. I think they got some good play. I think you look at Tyler Warren. He's played a very big part in their success. And all you really need is Pittman. Josh Downs. I know he's a little hurt, but
Mm,
he's a
he's
great
balling.
like Swiss Army knife kind of guy. But when you look at the Colts, they're a running football team. They're built on Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan
Oh my
Taylor has been
God.
slashing holes, breaking tackles. Like he's the best running back in the NFL right now. So do you really need a star-studded receiver? Do you want to be like the Eagles and have like this agent? I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. I think you just need to keep pounding the rock. Daniel Jones is playing very well. He's throwing the ball very well under pressure, and he's feeding his guys. You don't really need the star-studded receiver. If anything, you want to upgrade the defense. They've been dealing with some injuries on the defense, but their defense is still flying around. Lou
Yeah.
and their defense coordinator Lou Amanero, or sorry if I pronounced his name wrong, but he came over from the Bengals. He was the quiet architect behind the Bengals Super Bowl run. And look what he's doing now in the Colts. They gave him a second shot, and his scheme is balling out. The Colts are dialing up pressure like no other. I even saw a clip that they put the wide receiver in as an edge rusher the other day. It didn't work, but even little shit like that that I think the Colts are legit. To say that they're overrated is mind blowing because even their strength of schedule, they're beating up on teams that they should. Like these aren't sneaky wins. They're not sneaking out wins. They're
Um,
beating up on these teams. And if AD
yeah.
Mitchell doesn't fumble that ball at the goal line to beat the Rams, this is a
Yeah.
legit team. They should be undefeated. They're going to beat the Titans next week. They're like 14-point favorites. They're going to be 7-1.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
a
is a legit
legitimate
team.
team. And to talk about a rusher like Jonathan Taylor, not to move back to the NFC like this, but I want to talk about Saquon Barkley for a second. He doesn't have a rush over 20 yards this season. He has three
Mhm.
touchdowns. He's averaging 3.3 yards a carry. Like that's ridiculous. Is it because he's on the Madden cover? Like what's the deal?
Madden curse
Like
is real, but when you look at the Eagles, their offensive line just isn't what it used to be. We have this narrative that the Eagles have the best offensive line. It's far from the truth. They're not sustaining blocks. They're getting beat in the trenches. In fact, all they really have is the tush push because they perfected it. But when you look at basic run plays, Saquon Barkley's getting hit in the backfield most of his runs. He's got nowhere to go. It's not a Saquon Barkley issue. It's the offensive line. And I don't know if that's got part of the play is Kevin Patullo not dialing up the scheme correctly or what. But this offensive line isn't built like they used to, and we're seeing that happen. I know you look at Saquon and look at him and the Giants being so productive with the worst offensive line, but I think it's just a little bit of growing pains. I think that once we settle into the latter half of the season, Saquon Barkley's he's gonna turn it up. He's gonna turn it up, and if he doesn't, then there would be there's some questions to be had. Like, what did Saquon do this offseason? I mean, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and they probably took their foot off the gas a little bit because they won the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley spent a lot of times making a documentary, going on different podcasts and stuff. Like, he probably wasn't as dialed in this offseason as he usually is, which is fair. He won a Super Bowl. I mean, he was basing the MVP conversations, which is fair. But this is the result. This is the price that you pay. You're going to come out a little slow at the gates. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I want to talk about the AFC North a little bit.
Okay.
Steelers, they looked really good. They're gonna finish 9-8 no matter how well they play.
Yeah.
I don't see a ton of wins towards the end of the Steelers' schedule. I know Joe
Yeah,
Burrow
let's
isn't
look at
out
it.
for the season. He's coming back. Did the Steelers? I know they're 4-2. Did they leave the door open here? Like
I'm going to pull up their
Bengals are
schedule right
number
now,
two
see
in the
what they're dealing with.
division. They go after a rental like Flacco who can sling it. Can this defense hold up a little bit to keep them 500 ish by the time Burrow comes back?
Touching on Flacco, I feel like this is the same story with Joe Flacco every year. He gets brought on a new team, plays a good couple first games, and then he just goes back into the same cycle where he's complete dog shit. That's what's going to happen. Flacco later in the year does not scare me. Okay, he can't run these quick game passes every single time. I think that the Bengals caught the Steelers in a trap spot, short week on the road, not really bought into it. I'm not really scared about it. I mean, definitely the loss hurts, but I think when the Bengals go up to Pittsburgh and face them, the Steelers are going to have their number in that one.
Yeah.
But the Steelers do got a tough
Dude,
schedule. Like you look at
look at
Green
their
Bay
next
on Sunday
seven
night.
games. Look at their next
Yeah.
7 games. Read them out. You see that?
Yeah, so they got the Packers on Sunday night at home. That's a tough one to win. I mean, it's the Aaron Rod. For some reason though, I do feel like because there's a stat Aaron Rodgers has beaten every team in the NFL besides the Packers, obviously. So
Yeah,
I think
that's
that'd be a
cool.
good narrative for him to get the dub. It's a tough one. But then they got to play the Colts. They're hosting the Colts. So that could be the Colts' first loss. That's gonna be a great game. Then they go the Chargers on the road. They host the Bengals like we talked about. Then they got the Bears, Bills, Ravens, probably with Lamar Jackson. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty. They also put the Lions later in the year. It
Like
is a pretty tough schedule.
it's no cakewalk. And
No cakewalk.
there's a team that's 4-2 already. Like they're going to be 9-8.
Yeah, I mean, looking at they should beat the Bengals again. That gives them the 5 wins. I think that they can sneak a win out from either the Chargers or
Chicago.
Chicago. They'll probably win one of those games, get to 6 wins. They'll beat the
They
Ravens at least
lose.
one
They
seven.
lose to the Ravens. They lose to the Bills,
They beat the Dolphins. That's 8.
and they lose to the Detroit.
It's a matter of like this away game versus the Browns on December 28th is very telling. I think that's
Browns
going to be
can
a
beat
huge
anyone.
game.
Yeah, but dude, they're on pace to be 9-8 because they're not gonna be Baltimore week 18
Yeah.
when Baltimore needs a win desperately.
Do they?
I mean,
Will they though? Because I feel like at that point you can easily say the Ravens are completely out of it.
dude, I
It will be
think
interesting to
Lamar's
see.
coming back like next week.
They need him back ASAP. They need him back ASAP. I mean, the Ravens looking at them. They host the Bears. They're
The
six
Super
point
Bowl
favorites.
game. These
Are
are
you sure
the
Lamar's not
Baltimore
playing this
Ravens.
week? Is Lamar not playing this week? Because they're
No,
six
he's
point
playing this
favorites right
Sunday.
now.
Yeah, he's playing this Sunday.
Okay, the Ravens will get back on track. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens do sneak back into the playoffs. I know they got 1-5, but
And then
with
how important is that week 18 game then? It's everything.
100%. I mean, looking at the Ravens' next 4, 5, 6 games, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals.
Gotta
Dude,
win
they can
4 of them.
easily go
Gotta win
6
5
games
of
in a
them.
row.
Yeah.
Like they can go on a
Yeah.
hot streak. It's not like this is outrageous. They can easily be 6-5 going into the Steelers game, hosting the Steelers. So
This is a
for
team you
people
buy
counting out the
low on.
Ravens,
This is a team.
yeah,
This is a team you bet to win the Super Bowl. assuming
This is
because
great buy
all they
low.
need to do is go dance. Like all they need to do is get in. Once they're in, beat anyone. They could beat
100%.
anyone.
100%. And it's gonna be sad if they don't do that because Lamar Jackson's running out of time. Like, when he first got drafted, I keep thinking about that. He first got
Uh,
drafted and he made that speech where I'm gonna win a Super Bowl, believe me. Like,
yeah, and
it's sad
everyone thought he was
because
a receiver, and he proved everyone wrong. Proved
yeah,
everyone wrong.
proved everyone wrong. And coming to this year, I felt like this was the best roster the Ravens ever had. Looking at them week one, when they were up at halftime versus the Bills, I was like, oh my gosh, this team is miles beyond anyone else in the league. Then ever since that collapse, they've just imploded. And it's sad because Derrick Henry, how much more time does he got? Ravens aren't gonna have another running back like him. Their
Yeah,
defense is aging. Mark
yeah,
Andrews is probably gone after this year. Like this core is falling apart. Obviously, when you have Lamar, everything like Super Bowl is always on the table with him. But the time is now. Like the time is now, in my
yeah.
opinion.
So they're assuming Burrow could be back for Week 15. I think if he's back for Week 15, this Bengals team could win the division. Is that crazy to say?
If Joe Flacco somehow gets the Bengals to 10 wins and Joe Burrow is back healthy, do you put Burrow back in there?
That's another question. Yeah, you got to. It's Burrow.
100%.
Yeah, like what am I saying? Yes, like
You
absolutely.
got to, right?
Like
Like,
Joe Burrow, I think he's the best pocket passer in the NFL.
is there any scenario though where Joe Flacco stays in even if Joe Burrow comes back healthy later in the year?
If he's bugging or going through something, yes, but if he's back at all, no, like zero chance.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's fair, but I don't know. You watch Joe Flacco play the Steelers. If they can play football like that every single week, I'll shut my mouth. I'll shut my mouth and say,
Yeah,
Joe Flacco, you prove me wrong. You still got it. Even though you're uncle, like you got it, bro.
bro.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but
You saw Flacco and Cedric Tillman last year, weeks like 8 through 11. Flacco must have had 750 yards in 3 games. Like threw for
dude,
8 touchdowns. Like that was ridiculous. He's
yeah,
finding
that
Joku, Tillman, Judy. Like it was unbelievable, and then he just fell off a cliff. And that's what he does. And you said that yourself. Like
yeah.
he's a very volatile quarterback. But
Very very
we'll
volatile.
see how that unfolds. What else we got today? I feel like we're approaching
Yeah,
the end here. Any other
yeah.
bold takes for this week? Like, what do we like?
I mean, looking at the games this week, when we want to go one, let's go. Who's a lock of the week? When we look towards, we were talking about last week, but week
Uh-huh.
8 lock pick of the week. Let's look at the
Give me
slate
a
here.
lock. Give me a lock. And a dark horse this week. A reach and a lock. Bold take
I
and a
think
lock.
that I think that a pretty good pick right now, looking at the slate, is I see the Texans as favorites against the 49ers at home. I do think this is a good buy low spot.
Trap. Trap.
It's a good buy low spot because like people hate on CJ Stroud for the Monday night game. It's not CJ Stroud's fault. The O line has been dog,
Yeah.
but their defense was playing lights out, right? Like they forced how many turnovers versus Seattle? Will Anderson had a strip sack fumble in the end zone. Like this defense is not the problem.
Yeah.
And going against like, the 49ers that are still banged up, I think they're well coached, but going on the road all the way to Houston, Sunday night, noon game, I think that affects them a little bit. I like the Texans upset of the week as
Okay.
my pick.
Okay. So in the Houston's -1.5.
Houston is minus 1.5. What about the Eagles Giants rematch? Does Giants still get it again or no shot?
I think the Eagles clobber them. Like
Yeah,
clobber. Like this game could get really, really, really ugly.
100%.
And if not, like maybe New York's legit. Like I think we're gonna learn a lot in this football game because it's either oh shit the Giants are a really fun team like we know they're a
Yeah,
fun team the Giants are an actual like frisky team or and then the Eagles downfall or it's like oh the Eagles just responded with a 20-point win hey we're still the top dog in the NFC like come
yeah,
beat us so I think
yeah,
that'll be an
100%.
interesting game.
It will
Um,
be interesting. I mean, dude, looking at the slate, to be honest, like even in the NFL and even the college football slate, we probably have had more exciting slates. I feel like this is a little bit of a down week, which is
oh
all good. I
shit
feel like we're due. We can't have a hype week
I
all
have
the time.
1% last take of the day.
But
um,
yeah, no, we touched a lot. I feel like we're obviously going into week 8, guys. So episode 11 in the books. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Jack,
see you
send us
guys.
off.
I think Pittsburgh wins at home against
Pittsburgh wins at
against
home. That's a
Green
good
Bay.
one. That's
Yeah,
a good one.
Rodgers gonna beat him as always. You don't know ball, but we do. Thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys, for listening.